That's fair. I mean, you saw the speed, the skill, just really every facet of the game. Just the level that you kind of seen the last 10 days was incredible. So it's been a while, so it's hard to compare. But I would say that that's been probably the common topic. Talking to other guys, they would feel the same way. So yeah, I think that's fair.
So you've won cups, Olympics, Worlds. How does this compare? How does this rank for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting that question a lot. I think with a new event, new format, that sort of thing, it's hard. But just talking about the level and just how good every team is, and how difficult it is in a short-term event like this to come together as a group and play the way you want to play and go through all that. I thought it was an awesome experience. It's hard to rank it, but still to be part of this group, find a way to win it, and the atmosphere and the environments that we're in between Montreal and here were incredible. And I think people, watching could feel how bad, everybody wanted to win and, what they put into it. So, yeah, it's hard to rank it, though, to be honest with you.
How special is this one, Sid, with the new generation of player with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's, it really is, like you said, a new generation and a new group of guys. I think, with some of those prior teams, there was a lot of guys that had played together in the past, with some new guys sprinkled in there. This was a totally new group for the most part. And just to see guys come together over the last, 10 days and see the excitement, see how much it meant to everybody. It was a lot of fun, and obviously the U.S. was a pretty good team. They pushed, and obviously Binner made some great saves there. But give a lot of credit to them. They were a tough team, just like the other ones, but they really played well.
Sidney, describe the emotion out there today.
I don't know. It felt like there was a lot of tension. I mean, it was obviously more of a road game feel, I would say, for us. But that being said, you could feel the Canadian fans were in the building as well, and but no, it felt a little bit more, I would say more like a road game. But I think it was tense. The game was so close. Obviously, going to overtime, anything can happen, and they carried the play most overtime. And we got some big saves, and then, David got a huge one there on a great look from Marnes.
Sidney, you've had a legendary career. You're still playing at an elite level. Can you talk about the moment you shared with Connor McDavid after he scored that game-winning goal in overtime? Was that sort of passing the torch in a sense for you?
Well, I think it's just being happy for a teammate and happy for a guy that he's got a ton of pressure on him. Obviously, he had an incredible year last year. Went to Game 7 and does so much for his team, for the league. There's a lot of expectations. If anyone can relate to that, I think it's me. And I think that knowing what he puts into it and see him get rewarded like that is huge. So he's a big game player. He's proven that throughout his career. But I'm sure this one means a lot to him, and it meant a lot to us.
After the game, Prime Minister Trudeau tweeted, "You cannot take a country, you cannot take a sport." So did you feel how important it was back home for the Canadians this year, maybe more than ever?
Yeah, I mean, I think there were a lot of questions going into it. What was it going to feel like? Was it going to be an all-star game? What was the level going to be like? As far as how were players viewing it? And I think that got answered pretty quickly just on the first night against Sweden. I think you saw the passion, and then it just continued to build, and you saw the the attention and how much it meant to people. And obviously in Canada we have a lot of pride with being Canadian, but also for hockey as well. And I think our group felt that, and meant a lot that we could find a way to pull it out tonight.
Sidney, is this the most talented Team Canada you have ever played in?
It's hard to say. It's been a while since I played, so yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, I think that I've been really fortunate to play on some incredible teams, starting with World Juniors at a young age, and then right through Olympics, World Championships, World Cup, and this. So again, it's difficult to rank it, but I will say that I feel really grateful. Not only to play for Canada, but to play with the groups of guys that I played with.
What does this mean for David this question yesterday, and I asked him if he would like to see the four nations maybe make a return, and he talked about wanting to get all nations involved and the World of Cup and things like that. Can you just provide your perspective? Is this something you would like to see return again, and do you want to like add to what he said yesterday?
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, if you can expand it, great. I mean, there's there's a lot of things to go through as far as how you pick, who's part of it and go about that process. But I mean, you see what four teams were able to do and the competitiveness that that was brought through the four teams, and I think that would only it would only grow with more teams, and it would get more competitive as well and more eyes. So I think you look at all the players that were involved. There's a lot of other great players that didn't get a chance to play in it that I'm sure would love to, so and deserve to. So I would have to see how they'd go about that, but I agree with them.